I have seen some things. Even though I haven't been leaking anything myself for the last couple of years, I have kept in touch with some little birdies over at the fruit company. Every year, multiple times a year, I am sent things, and I resist. I thought I was done with leaks. But what I saw is just too significant not to share, so here we are. You see, iOS leaks are hard to come by. The teams working on software are a lot smaller than the entire supply chains that are building iPhones. And iOS 19 is 6 months away, 9 months for regular users. But I happen to see something early that I'm going to present to all of you, and you get to decide what it all means. Sound good? I got my little eyes on the new camera app that will be launching with iOS 19. I'm not saying that just seeing the camera app is boring, and it definitely showed us a lot about the camera app, which we'll show you, but it also hints to something major, a major change for iOS as a whole. Something a lot of people have been waiting for a long time. Unfortunately, and obviously, I can't share the real video of what I saw. So, to protect the source but still let you see this early, we've recreated it from scratch. The entire app appears much more fluid. Settings are more condensed until you start swiping through. The viewfinder, seeing what your camera sees, takes up most of the experience here. But what you might notice most is that we're looking at a complete redesign here of the camera app. We'll get to the other stuff. On the bottom, everything appears pretty simple. Choose between settings for taking a photo or taking a video. Tap to open the toggle and you're presented with further options like depth for portrait mode control and an option for spatial capture, panoramic pictures. You can tinker with photo styles, aspect ratios, exposure, and a timer. For the video portion, you'll find the same depth and spatial control, as well as slow-mo, time-lapse, action, and exposure. You know, the usual stuff. Up at the top is an easy and more accessible way to get into specific settings like resolution and frame rate. Other than that, of course, you have your usual tap to open photo gallery on the bottom left, and over on the bottom right, the toggle to flip over to the front-facing camera. Now, that's just the camera app itself. But remember how I said that this hints at something else about iOS 19? Obviously, the UI design of just the camera app is not random. For those paying attention, it basically perfectly mirrors the design ethos from Vision OS. From Apple's kinda maybe a little bit failed $3,500 VR headset. That's for a different day. This is something so specific and is most certainly not an accident. It could mean a few things. Let's do a bit of fun speculation after this sponsor break. The holidays might be over, but the best gift for your iPad is right here. Paperlike, today's sponsor, is the industry-leading original paper feel screen protector that started it all. Using Paperlike with an Apple Pencil is just your shortcut to the best note-taking experience ever. Making use of their proprietary nanodots technology, Paperlike levels up your creating abilities on iPad by not only getting rid of glare, but also by perfectly replicating the feeling of writing and drawing on real paper. So check out Paperlike in retailers around the world, paperlike.com, Amazon, Best Buy, or especially our special link in the description below. The redesign inside of the camera app would certainly be weird to just exist there, right? It's not like Apple to have such a jarring design change in just one place. We could be looking at a full redesign, finally. This could mean that when you swipe the camera app away, you're immediately greeted by a brand new redesigned Vision OS style home screen, round icons and all. This would be the biggest and most significant redesign since iOS 7, easily. This is perhaps what Apple sheep and nerds alike have been waiting for every year since basically forever. It would be huge, right? It would look even better with the Radiance Wallpaper Studio app from our 3D artist. It is not an app where you go to download wallpapers, don't worry. It's an app that lets you import your own photos or use one of the pre-made designs to craft your own. Link for that is down in the description. It's free and has 0 ads. Now, the other option that we could be looking at is a bit less exciting, and that would be that the majority of iOS kind of looks the same. So the same icons that can't commit to being a circle or a square, the same layout, same control center, same iOS, and that instead, perhaps the Vision OS UI elements exist more so around iOS itself. In other words, the core apps like the camera app, like the music app, the notes app, the wallet app, and so on. Now, I get it, right? Okay, I realize that this is maybe the most underwhelming option I could have given you. But if you were asking for my opinion, which you are not, my opinion is that this is the option I am more so leaning towards. For reasons. Now, you could argue that a small redesign for Apple apps is better than no redesign at all, but maybe this is just the start of a full redesign. We're saying this so we don't crush all your hopes and dreams. Perhaps the Vision OS style will trickle out into the core apps over the next couple of versions, and eventually into all of iOS. At the end of the day, I could not tell you with 100% certainty either way. All I can show you is what I saw, which was the camera app. And I can say with 100% certainty that what I showed you is real. Unfortunately, you all are going to have to just sort of guess and speculate because iOS leaks are hard to get out. Who knows though, maybe after this video, it will open the doors for more stuff to trickle out. Either way, no matter how pretty the new camera app is, if Apple does not make iOS stable and usable, I'm going to do very bad things.